So this is to make the s'mores ornament if Zoe can stop laughing long enough. Okay, what you need are 2 pieces of cardboard, 2 pieces of brown felt, 1 piece of foam. Okay, that's gonna make up your s'more. Now to get the graham cracker look, you're gonna need a ruler, a pencil, a pen, and a Sharpie. To hang the ornament, you'll need some of the ribbon. And then to glue, you'll need both the tacky glue and the hot glue gun. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're gonna start with a piece of cardboard. Each cardboard piece is about 2 by 2 inches. You'll notice some might have tape or a pattern. You wanna make sure any tape or pattern is face down when we do this first part. So since each is about 2 inches long, what you're gonna do is use the ruler and have the girls make a little mark right at the 1 inch point. So we'll do that on each side. Once you have that in place, they'll use the rulers to go ahead and make a line from top to bottom, dividing the piece in half. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just as best as they can get it straight in half. Okay. Now the next step, to get this graham cracker type appearance where you see the holes punched in, the easiest way to do this is with a pen. And what you're gonna do, you'll do 2 holes, then 1, then 2, then 1, then 2. I found the easiest way to do the spacing is to go ahead and start at the top, do 2, then go to the bottom, do 2, go right in the middle, do another 2, and then do 1 in between each one, okay? And you're gonna do that for each piece. So on each side, you'll go ahead and make the holes. So there's 1 piece done. And on the other one, we'll go ahead and do that one. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. So there you can see it looks exactly like a 5-sided die. Okay, and then we do another 1 and a 1, 2. And I'll repeat it on the other side. Okay, now to make the graham cracker line a little bit stronger, we're gonna go over that center dividing line in Sharpie. So again, I recommend using the ruler to keep it nice and straight. And just go ahead and mark down it. Okay. There we go. And number 2, again, we're just going over the pencil line so that it's evenly divided. Okay. Now that we have our graham crackers done, the next step is going to be to add the chocolate. So we'll have a chocolate felt piece that's gonna be glued to the bottom side of each piece of cardboard. Go ahead, take a look at your 2 pieces, figure out which one you like best. We'll go ahead and make that one the top. I'll go ahead and make this one the top. Now, to turn it into an ornament, you're gonna need a hole in the center. This part I recommend the grown-ups do. You're gonna take the pen, okay? You're gonna find the center piece, and you're just going to press down, okay? And what you want to do is you want to kind of twist it, okay, until you can see the pen starting to pop out the other side, okay? Once you get that, flip it over, repeat the same thing, again, pushing it in and twisting. And you're trying to get a hole just big enough that you can feed some of the ribbon through, okay? So, here we go. And there's my hole. Okay, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take the blue ribbon, and you wanna cut a strip that is 7 inches long. Go ahead and cut. Now, we're gonna take the ribbon, and I'm gonna feed one side through. I'm gonna fold it in half, and I'm gonna put the other side through too. Now, if you have a hard time getting the end of the ribbon in, I recommend using the pen again as a way to kind of force it through. Okay, once you get the other end in, you're gonna hold it so you see it's perfectly looped on one side. And we're gonna go ahead and make a small knot at the bottom. Again, this is a piece that it might be best for the grown-ups to do. Okay, so now I have my knot, and there I have my loop. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna glue the ends down and put the chocolate felt piece on top. Now, gluing this part down, the kids can do this part. You can do a squiggle of glue, or they can do a bunch of dots. I generally like to do for squiggle. So we're gonna take the tacky glue, and I'm gonna go ahead and get some spread all around. Sorry, this one's running a little low.
Do you want me to get another one?
No, it's okay. Okay, so there we have some glue. I'm gonna take the brown felt and I'm gonna press down, okay? So you'll have graham cracker, chocolate. Now for the bottom side, we're gonna do the same thing. This time, though, you don't have to worry about putting the ribbon through, but you're gonna go ahead, get some glue on the cardboard. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and press the chocolate felt down on top. So there we have 2 graham crackers with 2 pieces of chocolate. Now, the foam that we're using for the marshmallow, you can see it's difficult to get it to cut cleanly without these little dots. So what we found is that the tacky glue doesn't work as well. So for this one, you'll want to use the hot glue gun. Now, I don't mind if the girls, it's a low temp hot glue gun. So the girls are welcome to try it out. But just know that the tip does get hot, and although it won't cause terrible burns, it will still hurt if they get it right on themselves. So what we'll do, we now have the cardboard with the felt on top. We're gonna go ahead and use the glue gun, and we're gonna make 2 little dots right in the center. Now, because this is a low temp hot glue gun, you want to go ahead and put the styrofoam on as quickly as you can, because it does cool down fairly quickly. Once we have that on, we're gonna go ahead and do 2 dots again on the foam. And we're gonna go ahead and take our last piece. If you want, you can decide if you want the 2 sides for the line to line up. You'll press it firmly down. And for the next step, I recommend you kind of hold it and squeeze it together, okay? And that, as you can see, it kind of helps to give it a little bit of that marshmallow look. So you'll let it cool and dry, and you can just pull off any little hot glue threads that you find. If you find that the chocolate is kind of pulling up, you can also put a little extra glue down at the edges. But so, there you go.
This is what it looks like after it dries. You can hang it up on your tree for Girl Scouts. And if you want, you can try making one at home.
Okay, so that is our s'mores ornament done. Now, I would like to show you one other thing. If you're ever doing this at home and you don't have these foam tubes, this is what we used. We bought them at Michael's and just cut them in little sections. But you can also use plain white foam. And if you do those, it ends up looking more like this. So more of a melted s'more. But you also can do it that if you don't have the foam cores lying around. Okay, thank you very much for helping.